Okay, on this video, I'm going to show you how to solve compound inequalities of the form and. We're also going to do some inequalities that have the word or in it, but we're going to do and first. So you basically have two conditions you have to satisfy. It's like when you ask to go do something and your dad says yes, but you have to mow the lawn, and your mom says yes, but you have to put your clothes away. You have to do both, okay? So we have to solve this inequality first. So I need to multiply by 10, so that gives me P is less than or equal to 10. If I multiply by 10 on this side, the 10's cancel, and then 1 times 10 is 10. Well, that was just a one-step equation, so I'm done with that part. Now I come over here to this part. I need to solve this. So I need to subtract 5 from both sides, and that gives me P is greater than or equal to 1, because 6 minus 5 is 1. So I have to put these on a number line. So there's a 1 and there's a 10. Make sure you put them in the correct order. 1 is smaller than 10, so it goes on the left. And I need numbers that are bigger than 1 and smaller than 10. So I have a closed dot because greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to are closed dots. Okay? Just greater than or just equal to is open circles when you graph them, okay? And then I want the numbers in between there, so I need to shade in between. So closed dots, all the numbers between 1 and 10. So 2 would work, 7 would work, etc. Okay? So let's come over here and do this one. I'm going to rewrite these equations so I have more room to show my steps. So P minus 8 is less than or equal to 1. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. So P is less than or equal to 9. Over here, P plus 9 is greater than or equal to 9. So I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. So P is greater than or equal to 0, because 9 minus 9 is 0. Draw my number line, and I'm going to label it 0 and 9. And so I want everything that's smaller than 9, remember this means is less than, and everything greater than or equal to 0. So again, I have dots, and I'm shading in between them. All the numbers that are in between 0 and 9. Okay, I like to call these three-sided. It's a shortcut way of solving two equations. Instead of writing out one full inequality and solving it, another full inequality and solving it, we put it in one inequality, okay? So this means negative 54 is less than 10 times k plus 6, and that is less than 36. It literally means the answer to 10k plus 6 is in between negative 54 and 36, just like it looks. This thing is in between those. It's bigger than negative 54 and smaller than 36. So you focus on the middle and you get your letter alone. So I'm going to subtract 6, but I have to subtract it from all three sides because I have three sides on this problem. I have a middle, a left, and a right. So negative 54 minus 6 is negative 60. Bring down your less than, that's gone. So I have 10k. Bring down your less than or equal to, and then 36 minus 6 is 30. Now look back at your middle. You're trying to get your letter alone. I need to divide everything by 10 in order to get my k alone. So this gives me negative 6 is less than k, which is less than or equal to 3. Notice they're trying to be tricky here. We have a less than or equal to, and we have just a less than. So I want all the numbers that are in between negative 6 and positive 3. I want an open circle on the 6 and a closed dot on the 3. So that's how you would answer that one. Okay, over here, your middle is 5m plus 1. So you start with the 1. We're going to subtract 1 from every side. So 30 is greater than or equal to 5m, which is greater than 5. 6 minus 1 is 5. Look at your middle. You've got 5m, so we want to divide by 5 to get our m alone. So 6 is greater than or equal to m, which is greater than 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So that means 6 is the biggest, and it's bigger than m, but m is bigger than 1. So it's in between 1 and 6. So on your number line, make sure you put it in the correct order. I need an open circle on the 1 and a closed dot on the 6. And I want to be in between. Okay? Last example, we have a negative 2x minus 8 in the middle. So I'm going to add 8 to all three sides. So I have a negative 2x in the middle. 10 plus 8 is 18. Negative 18 plus 8 is negative 10. So now in the middle I have something different. I have a negative 2x. So I need to divide everything by negative 2. So that's going to give me a positive 5. It is going to change this sign from less than or equal to greater than or equal to. Remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to change the direction of your sign. This is just an x, and this changes from less than to greater than, and this is a negative 9. So my number line has a negative 9 and a 5 on it, putting the negative 9 to the left because it's smaller, open circle on the negative 9 because it's greater than, and a closed dot on the 5, and we shade in between. Now this is just a coincidence that all three of these problems have an open circle on the left and a closed dot on the right. It just worked out that way. Do not think that it's always that way. Sometimes they're both closed, sometimes they're both open, and sometimes it's opposite of this with the closed on this side and the open on this side. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense, and that will help you out on your assignment.